Hey, it's Friday with DJ and Brent. And DJ, you have another lovely lady with you here today.
I want to introduce you to my friend, Janie Thomas. She's a client and she takes care of business for me too. It worked out just beautifully. Hi,
All
Janie.
right.
Hi guys. Hello.
Hi, Janie. How you doing?
Happy hump day. I'm doing great. Life is good.
I've got all kinds of things I'd like to say, but they're fun, so never mind.
Yeah, DJ, I know, and you need to.
Oh, so DJ,
We
you and Janie
shared a
have a little history, you know?
we shared a secret this morning, and DJ is not allowed to talk about it.
I told her I had ammunition on her, but then
Yeah.
she got some on me too, so that's the way it should
Me
be.
and my
uh-huh,
big
uh-huh,
mouth. I gave her too much information, too much ammunition.
uh-huh, uh-huh. Well, hey,
No,
that's what friends are for, you know. You
Yeah.
you can blackmail each other, or you can, keep confidence. Well, speaking of confidence, Janie, I mean, you shine bright. And when I met you at the breakfast last time, and you have etc.
It's ETC. And the reason I called it that is because so many people can misspell etc. They
True,
spell it with
yeah.
they spell it ECT, and I didn't want them to not find me or think I'm out of business. And so I just used the initials ETC. And what I say is that stands for experience, which I've got many years of business experience and many years of accounting experience. Technology, because I'm the biggest nerd you'll ever see. I am a geek at heart and I love every new I'm a first adopter for any kind of new technology, apps, hardware, software. I've got a drawer full of technology that's 2 years old and absolutely worthless.
And
And then
C is for cute. Is that what that is?
it's for confidentiality because I handle so many confidential transactions with my clients, and I want them to know
Wow.
they can trust me to be discreet and not share their information. So it's experience, technology, and confidentiality.
Cool. I learned
Mhm.
something new every day, DJ.
I
There you
didn't
go.
clue. I didn't have a clue about all of that. Well, I met Jamie through one of our other clients that we've had for a long time, and that's Michael Graham, and he owns Interstate Battery Center. And I love him. I trust him on everything. And so when he started using Janie for his accounting, all of a sudden I was getting paid regular because he's a typical business guy. He gets to everything when he can get to it. And it was just the most wonderful experience of whenever Janie came to work with him. And Janie doesn't do anything halfway, and she's very curious. She wants to know all about everything, and so she was asking me about Welcome Partner and what we did. And at that time, since she does bookkeeping and taxes and all of that, we had somebody with us, and we give industry exclusivity. And I said, "Darn, I can't do that, but I can put you in another group I'm in." And I'm so glad that I got to know her that way because when we had an opening, the other person who was doing our books was changing up their practice. And it took me 3 seconds to think of Jamie because I was already associating with her and I knew she's one of those that she dots the dots, she crosses the T's, and then she's going to go back and make sure she got all the T's and all the I's dotted and all that. Very
I
thorough.
think that's
Wow.
called OCD. I'm not sure it's a talent as much as it is
Well,
a
it's
hey.
a strength. Come on now. It's a
Yeah,
strength.
she's a pain in the butt, and that's what.
Now, where's that at in the ETC? Pay
Yeah,
P
yeah,
N
somewhere in those two
P
dots
V.
between.
I'll tell you what, we have had quite a journey in the time that we've been together because she went through everything that we were doing and found out where we needed to tighten things up. What she's been good for advice. She's been good for whenever I need to vent. Uh, I trust her, and it was important that we have her on here so that other people can know about her too. She's just absolutely wonderful.
Well,
Too kind. Okay.
it's not often you see someone who has such analytical gifts, but they're also personable too, and she's a wonderful anomaly that she's so great with people.
Oh, no, her name is Janie, not Emily.
Well, no, wait, I don't know who Emily is. We've got a story there.
Anomaly.
Oh, anomaly.
Well, Jane. So who's the perfect client for you? I mean, who out there? Hey, I need that. Who are you looking for?
Well, I would say ideally it's a business that's 3 to 5 years old, owners and a few employees, and they've kind of gotten too busy and too successful to keep their own books, but they're not at the point for their being ready to hire a full-time bookkeeper or to have their CPA keep their books, but they're on the grow, they're on the move, and they're the ones that I really like to help. But I'll tell you, I also have a heart for the ones that are just starting out, who know that they need to use an accounting system. They can't afford a CPA yet, but they don't have any background in general ledger bookkeeping. And so they end up with an absolute mess. They can't run reports. They don't know what they're making. They don't know what they're they don't know the difference between an asset and a liability. And so, they're struggling and they don't have time to devote to all 9 courses or YouTube videos to figure it out. They just need somebody to call and say, how do I do this?
Right.
And I am happy to help them because they are growing our economy locally, just the brand newest businesses. And I so applaud them for their courage, for their investment to do that. And many times it's a man and wife working together. She may still be in the workforce. She can't do it all. When she comes home, she's got the kids' homework, the dishes, the dinner, and then she's got to sit down and try to figure out the books. Not fair to either one of them. And so I really like to help them. And I would really rather do that as a QuickBooks trainer or a help desk. And that is priced very economically to help them. But my bread and butter really are those 3 to 5 year old clients who have begun to they're balancing, they're keeping their sales up and they're moving along, and maybe they're now applying for business loans and they need somebody to just wrap their arms around the accounting so they can go out and do what they do best. And I'll tell you, Welcome Partner has been a real benefit to me in identifying with those companies of that size through Welcome Partner and through the other exchange group that she mentioned. Plus, she's just the biggest cheerleader I've ever had. I don't know how to compliment her enough for that, because she brags on me beyond, they say, don't you wish you were the person your dog thinks you is? Well, I wish I was DJ thinks I am, because she does promote and congratulate and encourage me at every step. And I can definitely use her name as a referral and feel so confident.
Wow.
What she says she can do for her clients, she's very capable of doing. And it's not just with the direct mail. It's not just with her online marketing. It's with her personal recommendation. And that goes far and wide in this community because she's been here and been involved in the broadcast industry. And everybody knows DJ. And
everyone loves DJ. Come on.
And everyone loves DJ. Yes. And so she's been a huge benefit to me, and I can't promote her as much as I should. Only for lack of feeling confident that I'll live up to her expectations. But she's a dear, and I truly trust her.
Thank you for saying.
It sounds like we're all in the same business. DJ is a secret weapon for marketing directors or for people who don't have a marketing director. And people forget marketing directors direct marketing. They don't produce everything necessarily, but DJ can. And of course, I do it with media production as well. And with DJ, I'm excited about that. But you do the same thing too. Most people don't know, folks, that every business has a beginning, a birth. Then they have momentum, they have incline. Then they kind of level out, they have recline. It's okay. It's natural. Then they have decline and death. Well, it's okay, because when you recline, that's when you start a new promotion. Or in that case, sometimes you start a new internal decision of redelegating certain duties. And it sounds like all of us in the same thing. But Janie, when a business is maybe reclining, they want to grow, they can grow, but they've got to free up some manpower hours, and that wife can't always handle it when she gets home from work or he gets home from work. It sounds like you're right there to help them start the new cycle of business growth by alleviating, but also finding money that they perhaps don't know that they have.
Right. And I'll tell you one other thing I like to do is I like to start with their end game. And that is, what are you trying to do? I talked to someone recently who said, I'm a little bit unhappy with my current bookkeeping situation. And I said, what's going on? And he said, well, I don't feel like I got the response that I need. I feel like I've been with her long enough that she should be a little bit more responsive. Mm-hmm. I said, well, what's your plan for the future? Are you going to grow? He said, oh no, I'm in the wind down phase. Really? Yeah, he said, I'm going to close my companies and I'm going to retire. And I said, the very best thing you could do is stay still with who you've got. She knows your history. And so it's like, I don't take on every client that expresses an interest in me, because long-term, I want it to be to their benefit and not mine. And I am one person with a helper, a trusted helper, but we have a capacity that I don't want to exceed, to the extreme where I begin to hire more and more people to help. I want it to keep it personal. I want to keep it customized, and I want to keep it something that's within a comfortable capacity for me. Good. Because one of these days I'm going to think about other plans of my own. And so I want to make sure that I'm able to grow responsibly, but know that there's always a change that can come. And I'm always happy to see my clients go. If their CPA says I can keep your books better than Janie can, God bless you. Go do that. Because it's not my interest that's forefront. It's what's best for that business. And if that's best for that business, that's what I want them to do. And I send them with my blessings and every help I can give them to transition that work. Because it's their numbers, it's their business, and they're the ones that have put in the blood, sweat, and tears for it. And they're the ones that need to have all the grace that I can give them to see that they succeed in what their goals are.
Wonderful. That's integrity.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was taught well by my parents. They were hard workers. They had high ethical standards, and they just, their philosophy was, it's not about this world. And, there are better things ahead.
There you go.
Oh, I love Janie, and I appreciate her so much. And it's like she's taken me and growing me up. She keeps making me do more stuff with bookkeeping, and
she doesn't really want to do.
Yeah, I did. And I wasn't even allowed. I've had 3 other CPAs that wouldn't allow me to do certain facets because they felt like I was going to screw it up. Well, if they would teach me correctly, I wouldn't screw it up. So there.
And you learned very quickly, DJ. You learned so quickly, and you just adapted it, and you were interested in it. And those are the best clients for me. It's like, I would really rather teach someone to do it themselves and have them understand what they're doing and why they're doing it and what the results are that benefit their business. And then let them move on and check back with me from time to time, and I can help somebody else in the meantime. So
it's a win-win. And, successful people can choose their clients. That's why I asked you, what kind of client are you looking for? But also, we don't have to be a threat to anybody. If we really want to help someone, we can work with an existing person, or we can fill that gap if need be. But, beginning with the end in sight in your life, in your business, in everything, decisions become easier, because any opportunity that is not in line with where you want to go, you just don't take. And that's being consistent, but it's also integrity on your part. So from DJ to you, Janie, to myself, you know what? We just, a high tide raises all ships. We want to help everybody. And yet again, DJ, another great business involved with Welcome Partner. Thank you, Janie, for being with us.
Hey, it's been my absolute pleasure. I'm so grateful to both of you for giving me an opportunity to express my beliefs and my philosophy about business. And I can't take them all, but I'll sure talk to them all and love them all and encourage them all. And then if they want to go somewhere else, well, I send them with my blessings.
We'll see you next time on Fridays with DJ and Brent and another great guest with Welcome Partner. God bless you.
Thank you.